I'm Tommy Boy, and today on 43 North, we will talk about the origins of Santa Claus. Is this mystical immortal being something of the Christ, or is he so demonic and satanic as the devil himself? He knows when you are sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better not pout. You better not shout. You better not cry. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. She's a historian of Santa Claus and reindeers. And you know people from where?
I don't know people from Siberia. I don't even know if there's actually technically people in Siberia still. But Siberian shamanism is part of the history of Santa Claus, for sure.
Who is Santa Claus?
I think it might be a Notorious B.I.G. or somebody of that nature's like heritage. There's a tale of Santa Claus that he's from Brooklyn, New York. And that he was basically this like thug figure that was created by the general culture in like the early 1900s because it was like a greatly depressing time and people needed something to be jolly and happy and merry about. But then people were just breaking into other people's houses and robbing them and making out with ladies in the kitchen. So,
making out with ladies in the kitchen.
And I was just like, and if I was going to like imagine like who would be the actual character of Santa Claus in the past, it was like,
Still here with Si LentElle, and not only is she a Santa Claus historian, she also knows a lot about reindeers. Who is Rudolph?
That is a very good question. So, as far as I know, Rudolph is one of the many reindeer that all led the one-horse open sleigh that apparently there's no historical legends of any Christmas horses really, just the reindeer, Dasher, Dancer, Donner, Blitzen, whatever. And Rudolph, he was shamed for some reason. They were like, oh, Rudolph, you can't play in any of our reindeer games or anything. And he was a little runt and it was depressing. But it turns out he's actually highly evolved, kind of like Elon Musk, like an autistic version of like a futuristic reindeer.
With the red nose.
With a red nose, dude.
Scrooge.
What's the Scrooge though?
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Ebenezer Scrooge, yeah. Where does he come into play here? It's just like a story about a really giving guy that had to go through some really hard times and get really old first. Just the legendary man. But now, what does Santa represent? You know, the story changes over time.
Sitting on a little kid's lap. What else? What is interested in that? What is the history of Santa? How does he come with the giving and the sharing and the caring?
Well, there's a lot of different versions of the story. Like, there's for a long time where the version of who Santa Claus was and what Christmas gift giving was didn't even involve Santa Claus. It was the reindeer were going and delivering down the chimneys mushrooms and different things that the reindeers would collect. And like they're like mystical, magical Easter bunny ponies of the winter solstice, basically. And then that shifted to Santa and Mrs. Claus and the elves and the dwarves and all of that weird stories. And then before you know it, you have Marilyn Monroe being like super hypersexualizing Santa Claus because she got hypersexualized by Hollywood. And Black Friday.
Wow.
People murking each other for Xboxes.